Hey, hello, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Grantha. Last time on the video session of the load runner tool, we discussed about the some interview related of the question on the performance testing and related to the load runner tool. So many people are requested like that. Okay, just send me the some interview question which is related to your real time experience. So today I am going to discuss on that video the full real time experience on the interview questions which is so much usable and so many times the interviewer is asked that question also. So we will go one by one all four questions. Before that, if anyone missed the previous video lecture, just please go on the channel and inside the playlist you can find out the playlist for the load runner tool, playlist for the Jenkins tool, and playlist for the Dynatrace tool. So those all the three session is already going on, and soon the new announcement will come for the next session which we are going to discuss. So most probably either on 2 to 3 days we will discuss about that. Okay, let's see, we start question. So what is the first question is there? So it is mentioned like, yeah, so it is given in what the exceptional case would you like to indicate the login and logout part in the action. Okay, so already when we discuss about the load runner tool, so I updated you guys, like we have the three part of the user. One is the init, one is the action, and another is the end. So mostly the login and logout port we are given as a init and end part, but there our question is like on which exception case we have the indicate and log out at the action part. Okay, so suppose I just give the simple example. So if suppose we want to perform any of the tasks which is the only one time we want to do. Okay, so that those part mostly we are put on the init and end part. Okay, so that the same thing is mentioned there, like the most of the cases login will perform only the once. Okay, so user repeatedly functionality session opened and action logout something. So suppose you are working any of the support related of the performance testing script. Okay, so what it happen if suppose you call to the Airtel call center, so what the employees is doing there, the particular customer care people are coming to the office on the early morning, and they are not closing the session, they are not doing the logout until unless they are not sign up from the office duration. So on that case no need to do the login and logout every time. Okay, so but few of the case, suppose you are booking your flight ticket and suppose you are doing any of the sales related activity. So once your activity has been done, you want to do the logout case. So on that case you are giving the login and logout as a part of the action, but mostly most of the case we are giving the login and logout part as a init and end. Okay, now we come on the next question. Okay, so the next question interviewer asks, like if suppose you have the data validation phase prior to the test execution. So that means before the test will final test will start, you need to validate your the test data, and the given is like you are asked to validate if IDs are okay or not. So the question is how can you do the setup on the script and how you can configure your the data files there. Okay, so there is a two option is there. First, you need to develop the script for the login and logout code and put on the action section. Okay, put on the action section, and whatever the number of users you have, whatever the number of IDs you have, so just replay on the script and given as a sequential each iteration. Okay, with that configuration your all user IDs will be validated there. Okay, so this is the one way. Second way, what is second case, what you can do, you can just develop your script and there on the data you can give the unique each iteration. So what it will be do, it will unique each iteration and abort user at the end. So every time if suppose the 50 user id you given on your data file, so it will be pick up every time the one unique user IDs. Okay, so that is the another way to validate the all user id is working fine or not before your pre other test. Okay, next question we will see. So the question number 3 is there. If suppose your client told you that you can't reuse the ID in multiple sessions, like one ID can't use only the one session, and he wants to test the 50 concurrent user. Okay, 50 concurrent user, then what do you need to the configuration and how you can set up the scenario. Okay, So very simple is that what you can reply to the interviewer. So because the client is specifically mentioned, like you can't use a multiple ID. So what you need to do, on the script you given as a 50 unique user ID and you set as a configuration as the unique ones. So it will pick up every time at the first one user ID whatever is worked. So it will be assign all 50 sessions for the unique users. Okay. So those are the settings we need to do. Now we see on the last question. Okay, so the last question we'll see the question number 4. What it is given there, it is telling the client asked to you have the search functionality. Okay, you have the one business flow requirement, like where you need to do the search either on the flight, either on the some page, whatever is there. It is the search functionality, and it's given the each user search every minute. Okay, so how you can set up your pacing to the script, and how can you do the setup for the data file. So what you need to do there, you need to set up the random each iteration as a data file, and you can given as a fixed interval as a 60, which is highlighted on here. If you open your views and go on the runtime settings, so there on the pacing you just click on the start new iteration, fixed as a 60 seconds. So what it will do, every iteration it will take the 60 second, then it will be searched for the next functionality. Okay, so those are the 4 questions which we want to discuss about the real-time experience on the LoadRunner tool. Okay, so thanks to all to watching my video, and please share the videos to your friend and colleagues, and if any suggestion from your end, just please comment on the comment box. We will soon come with the new video session, new video lectures on the Jenkins tool. Then there we will going to discuss about the next video for the Jenkins, how can we execute the Java code and the bash file using the Jenkins, and we'll see how can we execute the load and scripts also to integrate using the Jenkins tool. Okay, so if anyone missed the previous video lecture, so please go and watch on the playlist. Thanks to all, please support the channel, and if any suggestion, just comment on the comment box. Thanks to all.